Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the corporate world. Today, we're diving into the latest annual report from Interactive Brokers, and let me tell you, this one's got more twists and turns than a day trader's portfolio. Hopefully, they have their own risk systems in check. First up, a quick disclaimer. Like any good company report, it's got a whole section about looking into the future. Keep in mind these aren't guarantees, just educated guesses. Many things could change, so don't take it as gospel. Interactive Brokers is a giant in the online brokerage world. They're all about giving you the tools to trade pretty much anything, anywhere. Stocks, options, futures, currencies. You name it, they've got it all accessible from a single account. Think of them as a super-powered global online stockbroker for both individuals and institutions. Now things get a little bit complex with their ownership structure. It's like a Russian doll, but with LLCs instead of wooden figures. At the top, you've got Interactive Brokers Group Inc., and its main asset is its ownership of a big chunk of another company called IBG LLC. And then there's IBG Holdings LLC, which holds most of IBG LLC's member interests. In short, the founder, Thomas Peterfy, controls the majority of the voting power through his ownership of holdings. Zooming in on that IBG LLC ownership, Interactive Brokers Group Inc. owns about 25.8% of the membership interests, while Holdings owns the rest. Throughout the years, they issued shares of common stock to Holdings in exchange for member interests, which is how they plan to buy it over time, almost like a stock buyback but indirect. What's Interactive Brokers actually do, though? Well, they provide access to every tradable class of products on over 160 exchanges in 36 countries and across 28 currencies through various trading platforms based on users' preference. They have a low-cost base due to decades of automation, which, when you combine it with IB's smart routing system, gives users the best deal for their executions. They have services like IBKR Pro, which is for the pros who know what they're doing with all the bells and whistles, and IBKR Lite, which is commission-free for your average US stocks and ETFs. The key to Interactive Brokers' success? Technology, technology, technology. Their in-house software is what makes it all tick, allowing them to offer services at a super low cost, making them an attractive option for frequent traders. They are continuously rewriting and upgrading their software to keep up with changing market conditions and in order to achieve optimal performance for their system. The company's management team takes a hands-on approach, even prioritizing and supervising the creation of detailed specifications for new applications. They use a modular software code, which allows each software object to add a specific function that is reusable in multiple applications. This lets them adapt and adjust quickly to new business cases, because they generally don't do business if they can't automate it. They even make it easier for customers to do global trades, with the use of automated currency conversions. Customers can execute trades in any of our supported currencies, even if they do not have the corresponding cash balance in that currency, and can elect us to automatically perform the necessary Forex transaction to settle the trade. They also help traders execute large or complex orders through their global outsourced trading desk. The desk helps source liquidity, offers price discovery services, and helps customers calibrate and execute complex algorithmic trading strategies. Let's talk about risk. This is a brokerage firm, after all. To manage risk, they've got the steering committee, which is run by the CEO and is made up of senior executives. The plan is to use their computer systems to constantly check customer positions and make sure they have enough money to cover their risk. They are also members of numerous exchanges and market centers, which requires notification when net capital falls below certain predefined criteria. Moving on to more qualitative stuff. As of the end of 2024, they employed almost 3,000 people around the world and appear to be actively trying to foster a collaborative and strong culture through a mentorship program, employee experience surveys, and a focus on workforce diversity. It appears they are working on sustainability initiatives and have completed an environmental review to assess current and best practices for energy, water, and waste management. It appears all offices have also procured renewable power sources through the purchase of renewable energy certificates. Interactive Brokers is competing in a cutthroat business. The main competitors are prime brokers, direct market access providers, fintech companies, and even traditional brokers. They compete on things like execution quality, customer experience, global access, and price. The report says they have been dedicating management and software development to product improvements and global expansion in order to help. As you might imagine, Interactive Brokers also faces heavy regulation from US and international bodies. The SEC, FINRA, and CFTC are constantly making sure they're playing by the rules. It makes being flexible to change a key attribute for the company. They also have to comply with more stringent Know Your Customer rules that aim to prevent money laundering and obstruction of terrorism, plus the requirements of the Dodd-Frank Reform Act. Speaking of risk, the report has a whole section devoted to it. Here are some of the notable ones that the report mentions are facing the company. General economic conditions hurting the markets and therefore their business. Intense competition pushing down commission fees. Cybersecurity threats messing with their systems. Failure to protect their tech or keep up with changes. Defaults from the parties they do business with. Tax code changes affecting their bottom line. And other litigation. Moving on quickly, the report states that they do not have any mine safety disclosures as it is not applicable to the company. Now, what kind of financial institution would run a mine anyway? As of February of 2025, there were roughly 109 million shares of Class A common stock and just 100 shares of Class B common stock. As the majority owner of Class B common stock, Thomas Peterfy holds the key to the director vote. Alright, let's dig into the numbers. First, regulatory capital for the entire operating subsidiaries was $12.4 billion, so capital requirements appear to be in great shape. Adjusted diluted earnings per share for the year came in at $7.03, compared to $5.75 in the prior year. The company has been growing this measure consistently over time. Other fees and services were up 42% from the prior year. They also emphasize their risk management platform, IB Risk Navigator, that helps unify the exposure across asset classes around the globe. Overall, Interactive Brokers seems to be firing on all cylinders. Their focus on automation has allowed them to keep costs low while expanding their reach and product offerings. Their efforts to foster employee and leadership development will likely result in high employee retention and attract new talent. The major weakness remains in the owner's control of the company. It may be the key to Interactive Brokers' unique culture, but might be a bad fit with investors. A final point to mention is cybersecurity. The company devotes and dedicates resources to monitor their systems and networks while outsourcing the cybersecurity of data centers. Interactive Brokers has positioned itself very well in the market. It has a wide-reaching customer base and is operating in an active global equities environment. Their continued performance depends on keeping costs low with continued focus on automation, but they appear to be set on that path. Thanks for watching Corporate Decoder. I hope you enjoyed our coverage of Interactive Brokers' annual report. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with all of our reports. See you next time.